Hello again, everybody. Welcome to USA Wrestling Weekly. I'm Scott Casper. Here is this week's news and features from USA Wrestling, the national governing body of our sport. The United States placed a strong second at the Women's World Cup in Levant, France. This is the International Dual Meet Championship featuring the world's top women's teams. Team USA was defeated in the championship finals by China 4-3. It was a rematch of last year's finals, also won by China 6-1. Winning bouts for Team USA in the championship duel were two-time world bronze medalist Tatiana Padilla at 121 pounds, Kelsey Campbell at 130, and 2008 Olympian Allie Bernard at 158 pounds. Japan finished third behind China and the U.S. in the final team standings. Canada finished fourth. Mongolia, Russia, Kazakhstan, and France finished fifth through eighth, respectively. Well, the United States won Pool B to qualify for the finals. Team USA opened with a victory over Canada 5-2. Winning bouts for USA were 2008 world champion Clarissa Chun at 105 pounds, Helen Maroulis at 121, Kelsey Campbell at 130, and 2010 world silver medalist Elena Peroskova at 138, accompanied by two-time world champion Christy Davis at 147 pounds. The U.S. fell 4-3 to Russia in the second duel. U.S. winners included there Peroskova and Davis, plus Alyssa Lampe joined in at 105. The U.S. dominated Kazakhstan 6-1 with wins by Padilla, Campbell, Peroskova, Davis, and Bernard, plus Jessica Medina at 112 pounds. The United States, Canada, and Russia all finished with 2-1 records in the pool. Team USA advanced to the finals by winning the most individual matches. Winning 3 matches during the event for Team USA were Kelsey Campbell, Elena Peroskova, and Christy Davis. National women's coach Terry Steiner.
I thought we ended up very well. We competed well in most of the competition. You know, we did not have consistency all the way through, and that's really the thing that we're really striving for right now, is that consistency. And again, I'm very proud of all the girls. I give credit to them.
Thanks, Terry. Team USA won 4 medals in men's freestyle at the Alexander Medved International in Minsk, Russia. Capturing a gold medal at 132 pounds was 2009 U.S. World Team member Sean Bunch, winning 5 matches to capture the title, including a victory over Beacon Goyagiev of Russia in the final. His semifinal win came over fellow American Derek Moore.
Be able to win it this year, it felt good. You know, finally getting a big international tournament win. You know, it's my biggest international tournament win that I had thus far in my career. So it felt good to finally, you know, get that win out the way. All the work I've been putting in, you know, is starting to pay off, and it feels good just to show it out there on the mat display.
Winning 4 straight bouts to reach the finals and claiming a silver medal at 121 was Sammy Hazewinkle. He had a big win over Eldis Abikanov of Kazakhstan in the semifinals. In the finals, he lost to Vladislav Andreev of Belarus. Bronze medals were claimed by 2009 U.S. World Team member Dustin Schlater at 163 and 2009 World Bronze medalist Tervel Delegnev at 264 pounds. Schlater lost his first match but rallied with 4 straight wins to take the bronze. He stopped Gaza Shamikalov of Russia in the bronze medal bout. Delegnev went 3-1 for the day, including a victory over Russian Rasul Kadyrov for the bronze. His only loss was to 2008 Olympic bronze medalist Murid Mutalimov of Kazakhstan.
Each match he got better. Each match it was like shaving off golf strokes off his swing. He was able to really execute, I think, do some things in his matches that were good. But, you know, he's got a long way to go. I think when Dustin gets a good 15, 20 matches under his belt, he'll hit full stride. Yeah, Tervel, you know, our most steady, consistent performer in the American program, you know, he just really has been consistent. Unfortunately, in these rules and this bracket system, one mistake is unforgiving.
The U.S. added 3 more medals in the women's competition at the Medved International. Capturing a silver medal at 121 pounds was Trinity Plessinger. Trinity won her first 2 bouts, including a semifinal win over 2010 world military runner-up Ekaterina Yamushevich of Belarus. Plessinger lost in the finals to 2010 World University silver medalist Irina Kariv of Ukraine. It was the 2nd straight week that she won a medal after taking a bronze medal at the Grand Prix of Coin in France.
I think that my offense was working really well. I had a lot of different opportunities to score, and that made a difference if you can get things going and pick up the pace in the match. It feels good to, I feel like I'm being more consistent now and placing back-to-back. It's good.
Winning bronze medal bouts for Team USA were Sarah Fulp-Allen at 112 pounds and 2005 world champion Iris Smith at 158. Fulp-Allen opened with a big win over Tatiana Hrnovich of Belarus 5-2, 6-2, but was defeated in the semifinals by 2006 world bronze medalist Alyona Adkinskaya of Russia 0-5, 0-7. Smith went 2-2 in a 5-athlete round robin and captured the bronze medal. Her wins were over Natalia Lapo of Belarus and Katerina Sasa of Ukraine. Two U.S. women placed fifth, Othello Lucas at 138 pounds and Adeline Gray at 147. U.S. coach Dwayne Martin weighs in on the women's performance.
I think we wrestled at a high level at both competitions, Bulgaria and Belarus. There's just minor adjustments that we have to make going into like nationals and world team trials and then finally world championships in Turkey. So I think we're at a good level right now. There's just little tweaks we have to make to our game plans.
40 years ago, U.S. coach Roman Rudderman won this tournament. He shares his memories of three-time Olympic champion Alexander Medved.
He always was like a leader for us. We was follow him, and I believe our success when I was here was because Medved was a leader of our team.
Stay tuned. There's more USA Wrestling Weekly when we continue.
Excellence like this takes a lifetime to achieve. So when athletes you've been watching all your life reach for world levels of competition, why not spend some quality time and just enjoy the show? Don't miss the 2011 U.S. World Team Trials, June 9th through 11th in Oklahoma City. Brought to you by ASICS, the official sponsor of USA Wrestling's national teams. Reserve your tickets now.
Each season, Liberty Mutual's Responsible Sports Community Grant Program awards $65,000 to youth sports organizations and school sports programs that demonstrate their commitment to responsibility in youth sports. Your organization could be one of our 20 winners this season. It's easy. Simply visit responsiblesports.com and click on the Community Grant Program. Administrators register their organization with the program, then reach out to rally parents, coaches, and team supporters to log on and review either the Responsible Sports Parenting or Responsible Coaching Guide. Then complete the quiz and showcase your mastery of the concepts. Every successfully passed quiz is worth a point that you can credit to your favorite youth sports organization or school sports program. Connect with friends, family, and neighbors to rally more support. The teams and schools with the most points at the end of the grant period win. It's that simple. Watch the leaderboard throughout the grant season, then rally more of your supporters to increase your totals. Liberty Mutual is committed to celebrating and championing youth sports and to financially supporting organizations that demonstrate their commitment to responsible sports. Join the movement and start earning points toward your community grant.
Two American Greco-Roman stars captured bronze medals in the respected Hungarian Golden Grand Prix this past weekend. Jermaine Hodge won a bronze medal at 121 pounds, beating Perica Dimitrovic of Serbia in the medal round. Second-ranked Hodge finished the event with a 3-1 record. Andy Bissick had an impressive 4-1 record at 163 pounds to earn his bronze medal. Bissick defeated Maksit Urazhipov of Kazakhstan in the bronze medal bout. Bissick won 3 straight bouts in the wrestlebacks, finishing with 2-2 records, and placing fifth were Glenn Garrison at 145 pounds and Robbie Smith at 211.
Hodge weight class was like so-so, not the toughest guy around, but, decent, good, solid Greco guys. Wrestled pretty good, placed third. My personal opinion, I think he can even wrestle better. Yeah, Andy wrestled in Hungary very good. Andy's one of the younger guys in our program for a few years. He was with Ivan, now with us for a year, but he's very close, very close. There's little humps he's like hitting down the pad, but I deeply believe once he's going to be able to find out how to break that through, the results and the way he wrestles is going to be much better.
Jenna Burkert, who is a member of the U.S. Olympic Education Center program at Northern Michigan University, won a bronze medal at the respected Klippen Lady Open in Klippen, Sweden. Her record was 3-1, including a victory over two-time world medalist Agata Pietrek of Poland in the bronze medal bout. Burkhardt is a senior at Marquette High School in Michigan in her first full year on the senior level. She was a 2010 ASICS High School Girls Wrestler of the Year and placed 5th at the 2010 Youth Olympic Games. 4 U.S. wrestlers from the FILA junior age level captured gold medals at the Austrian Junior Greco-Roman Open in Gotz, Austria. Winning titles were Jessie Thielke at 121 pounds and Alice Coleman at 145. Coleman was a 2010 Junior World Bronze medalist, and Thielke was a member of the 2010 Junior World Team. Other champions were Josh Castellano at 163 pounds and Mark Stenberg at 185. The U.S. won silver medals for Marcus Finau at 211 and Scott Helton at 264. Aaron Renzo won a bronze at 121 pounds. The United States won the team title ahead of runner-up France and third place Finland. Good job, guys. Notre Dame of Ohio became the 9th team to win back-to-back national titles by winning the NEI National Championships in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. The Falcons were led by 2 individual champions in Dante Rini at 125 pounds and the heavyweight there, Orlando Scales. Notre Dame also had 3 runners-up. Lindenwood finished 2nd, McHenry took 3rd, Great Falls was 4th, and Grandview finished 5th. 7 previous national champions entered in the event. Only 2 got a 2nd title. Grandview's Matt Burns won his 2nd career national title at 149 with a victory over Ashton Pramus of Notre Dame. His first national title clear back in 2009. McHenry's Andrew Sanchez won his 2nd career title with a victory over defending national champ Derek Four of Notre Dame, that one at 197 pounds. Sanchez won NEI National Wrestler of the Year. Corey Bleak of Cumberland was named the NEI Most Outstanding Wrestler after winning the 157-pound title. The NEI Coach of the Year was James Kingston of McHenry. What do you say we take a look at this year's NEI National Champions on a roll?
Before weapons of mass destruction, we struggled hand to hand. Before we fought from a distance, our battles were up close and personal. Join us April 7th to 10th in Cleveland, Ohio, when the world's oldest combat gets new again at the 2011 ASICS US Open. Brought to you by ASICS, the official sponsor of USA Wrestling's national teams. Reserve your tickets now.
This week we review the NCAA Division I Conference tournaments with a look ahead to the NCAA Division I Championships. USA Wrestling's Craig Sesker interviews Jason Bryant of USA Wrestling and Kent Sesker of the National Wrestling Hall of Fame, Dan Gable Museum, about the collegiate scene.
I had a chance to check out the Colonial, the Eastern Wrestling League, and the EIWA, and had a chance to see 30 finals matches in the course of just a matter of hours. And EIWA, the biggest thing I could say, Kevin LaValle, Colorado kid from right up the road here in Lyman, beats Kyle Dake. Ryan Flores knocks off undefeated #1 seed Zach Ray at Lehigh. EIWA craziness. Cornell won it going away. Had 4 champs, 6 in the finals. Best match I thought was Steve Bosak and Robert Hamlin. Hamlin beat him from Lehigh. And that was a match just like their dual meet. So we saw some craziness there. Not a whole lot of craziness in the Eastern Wrestling League, but Randy Stottlemyre, been the coach at Pitt 31 years, wins his first Eastern Wrestling League title. They went 6 for 7 in the finals.
Great performance by Pitt. They've been knocking on the door all year long, and nice to see them cap that off with a conference title. So they're going to the NCAA tournament with some good momentum.
Guys, Big Ten tournament in Chicago, Evanston Northwestern. Great team race with Penn State edging Iowa by 1 point. I think the biggest surprise was Quentin Wright, who'd been injured all year, was outstanding wrestler, 184. Penn State looks like they're going to be really, really tough in Philadelphia.
Yeah, they're going to be tough, going 5 for 5 in the finals. They were 5-1 in the semis. You were there, you saw it, and I think I was like a lot of fans, just looking at my phone, texting illegally while driving to keep up with what was going on in the Big Ten. Now, if you start the year, what Quentin Wright did, winning the Big Ten, would not have been a surprise because of the injury and how he comes back and wins the Big Ten. You got to like Penn State's chances. I think they still need some help with getting Pataki in. He's a guy that can get them some bonus points against some weaker competition. But, yikes, 5 for 5, hats off.
And, guys, what about Iowa? 3-time defending national champ. 8 new starters, but wrestling really well right now. They're going to be right in the mix.
You're from Iowa. Go for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach Tom Brands and his staff, you know, they don't rebuild at Iowa. They reload. And they've had a terrific season. I know Coach Brands took a lot of heat early in the year for not competing in the national duels. Turns out it's probably the best decision because he knew what his team was capable of and knew how to prepare that team. A lot of people didn't give him a chance this year. They went into Penn State for the dual meet early in the year and shut down a sold-out crowd in the rec center and ran the table dual meet-wise with the exception of the tie with Oklahoma State, which a lot of people didn't think they would win that duel or the Penn State duel. And then just 1 point away from winning their 4th consecutive Big Ten title. And McDonough's looking strong again. Blake Raising, in my opinion, a surprise champion at heavyweight.
Very much so, yeah.
And, you know, they're qualifying 9, and they're wrestling really well. And even though they didn't win the Big Ten title, certainly, definitely a threat to still win the NCAA title in Philadelphia.
And let's talk a little bit about the Big 12. Oklahoma State's a team that many expect to be in contention at NCAAs. And let's talk about your thoughts on the Big 12 tournament.
Well, I think the Big 12, Oklahoma State was favored to win it, and they did. They've got a pretty strong team all season, top to bottom. Jordan Oliver's been outstanding all year long, 4th in the nation last year as a freshman, undefeated. I think he's one of the only clear-cut favorites if you look at all the 10 weight classes, and he's looking very strong. But Parks at 49 is wrestling well. Some of their other guys have had some ups and downs, but very strong lineup. I'm not sure how many they qualified, but I think they're definitely in the mix to potentially win the title and possibly top 4 if they don't win it.
Yeah, I think brackets come out tomorrow. Just kind of handicap without looking at the brackets, how you see the NCAA tournament race coming out.
Let's see. Here's my bracket.
What weight are you looking at?
Well, right now the bracket. Basically, right now, this thing is basically I have no idea who's going to win the thing. You know, there are 2 questions I've been asked more than anything else this year: who's going to win D1s, and where can I get tickets? I have no answers to either one of them. So I think it's going to be a great race. I mean, with 2 Eastern schools in Philadelphia, the media coverage in that part of the country is actually going to be up this year. And of course, Iowa, the juggernaut program, the New York Yankees of college wrestling. People are going to people like to see them lose, and I think that's the story. A lot of these Eastern media outlets are going to pay attention to is can the little Ivy and can the power of the Pennsylvania knock off the juggernaut Iowa. I think it's going to be good for media coverage, especially. So to answer your question, I have no idea.
Well, I think it's wide open, as you mentioned, Jason. You look at Cornell, Penn State, Iowa, Oklahoma State, and even teams like Wisconsin and Minnesota and possibly Boise State. If they get on a run and can perform well, you all know how it is. A couple losses on Thursday can really hurt you and put guys on the backside. So it makes for a very exciting NCAA tournament. I think we've got 6 teams that got a legitimate shot to win this tournament, and it has the makings for another great NCAA tournament.
Well, this week we profile Kel Sanderson in our Wrestling Greats segment. Now the head coach of Penn State, Sanderson was an Olympic freestyle wrestling champion and the only 4-time undefeated champion in NCAA history. Sanderson was a star high school wrestler in Utah and followed older brothers Cody and Cole to wrestle for Iowa State under then head coach Bobby Douglas. He never lost a college match, going 159-0. The first to win 4 NCAA Division I titles without a loss. He was an outstanding wrestler at the NCAA meet 4 times and won the Dan Hodge Trophy 3 times. He was placed on the front of a Wheaties box, and Sports Illustrated named his feat the 2nd greatest college sports achievement of all time. He quickly became the nation's best wrestler at 185 pounds in freestyle. He won a University World title in 2000. Sanderson then made the 2001 and 2002 U.S. World Teams, but could not compete. In 2001, after 9/11 attacks, Spila moved the World Championships into the college season. In 2002, the entire U.S. team did not compete in Iran due to a threat of violence against the team. In his first Senior World Championships held in New York City in 2003, Sanderson won a world silver medal. He made the 2004 Olympic team after a fierce finals series against Lee Fulhard at the Olympic trials. In the finals at the 2004 Athens Olympic Games, Sanderson won the gold medal, defeating Korean Moon Yoo-jae. Sanderson moved on to coaching at his alma mater at Iowa State for 3 years. He led the Cyclones to a second-place finish at the 2007 NCAAs. He became the head coach at Penn State 2 seasons ago, and last week his Nittany Lions won their first Big Ten team title, edging Iowa by just 1 point. We talked with Coach Sanderson after the team victory.
It's more about just the way our guys responded and continued to battle and come back and win those matches today, more than the actual win, but I mean, it means a lot to the program, and we wanted to do well here. And, it's always bittersweet, but we're happy.
Well, you can download action video of wrestling legends and top-level technique video as well. Visit thewrestlinggreats.com. This week, our technique segment comes from USA Wrestling's core curriculum series for the Olympic styles. It features the snatch single leg technique. USA Wrestling National Freestyle Developmental Coach Bill Zadek is instructing, and U.S. Olympic Training Center residents Angel Cejudo and Philip Simpson from the U.S. Army World Class Athlete Program act as his students.
Next position from a straight single leg will be a snatch single. Snatch singles perform when I do a straight single but don't touch my knee. Here, Angel Cejudo will perform a snatch single by stepping to his opponent's lead leg, again attacking with the inside palm up, driving his shoulder and head through his opponent's hip and belly, coming up, elevating the leg. Again, you'll see as Angel steps to his lead leg, he lowers his elevation. His face is right in his opponent's chest. As he attacks, his inside palm is up, eliminating any kind of hand fighting, and then he drives up through his opponent's hips to elevate the leg to his finish.
We'll be right back. You're watching USA Wrestling Weekly.
Wrestling fans, USA Wrestling has launched a top social networking site designed for you. USA Wrestling Nation is the latest innovation provided to the wrestling community by our sports national governing body, USA Wrestling. Post photos, blogs, and videos. Interact on boards. Keep up with your favorite wrestling personalities with USA Wrestling Nation. It's free to register. Join the thousands of wrestling fans that have already signed up and become a part of the USA Wrestling Nation at usawrestlingnation.com.
Each week here on USA Wrestling Weekly, we'll recognize a photo of the week. These pictures are sent in by wrestling families and fans just like you from around the nation. They're also being considered for the photo contest page in the USA Wrestler magazine, as well as for the USA Wrestling Facebook page. This week's photo of the week is taken by Tanya Santos. It shows 10-year-old Nani Santos of the Viejo Pal Wrestling Club in California in competition at an event in Marin, California. Nani has been wrestling now since she's 5 years old. To have your photos considered for USA Wrestling's photo contest, email your images to Gary Abbott at gabbott@usawrestling.org. We'll put it on the screen, gabbott@usawrestling.org. Well, sad news now. Dr. Vince Saguaro, a Hall of Fame international wrestling referee and a longtime leader within USA Wrestling, passed away last Friday at the age of 84. Saguaro officiated 5 Olympic Games, 34 World Championships, 6 Pan American Championships, and 30 years of national tournaments, in addition to a long career as a collegiate referee. 3 times he was presented the Fila Cross Star, the highest award of international wrestling, as well as the Gold Whistle for his Olympic and world officiating. In 1970, he founded the U.S. Wrestling Officials Association and authored the USA Wrestling Rulebook for 20 years. He was inducted as a distinguished member of the U.S. National Wrestling Hall of Fame in 1984. The officials wing at the Wrestling Hall of Fame is named in his honor. In September of 2010, Saguaro was inducted into the Fila Wrestling Hall of Fame, the first official from the U.S. to be recognized by the Fila Hall of Fame for his career as a referee. Saguaro was also a wrestling coach, serving over a decade at Freeport High School on Long Island, New York, and also served a stint at Columbia University. Vince Saguaro made a major impact on our sport, and he'll be greatly missed. Well, the college wrestling postseason continues this weekend with 3 national-level events. The NCAA Division II National Championships in Kearney, Nebraska, March 11th through the 12th, and the NCAA Division III National Championships in La Crosse, Wisconsin, same weekend, same day. NCAA National Championships will be held in Macon, Georgia as well on March 11th and 12th. Closing out the college season will be the National Championships of Division I Wrestling in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, March 17th through the 19th. To follow the important college wrestling postseason, visit the College Wrestling Network at collegewrestlingnetwork.com. Well, thank you for joining us. We'll see you all next week right here on USA Wrestling Weekly.